Hi everyone, it's Marisa with Sweet Pea Curiosities, and I'm here with a flip through of one of my journals. Now I completed this a while back. This was prior to me starting a YouTube channel, so I thought I'd start showing some of my previous journals that I've done. This one here is a really, oh boy, thick, what do they call it? A gator mouth junk journal full of laces and goodies and papers. And I've done some tassel beading here on the front to hang down from it. The cover, what that is that I had all these old coffee dyed strips left over. So I've just placed them on there. They're kind of grungy. I've added some lace to it as well. Lace to the sides. And on the front cover, what I did, I've just tied it with some pretty, I love this lace here. And I've coffee dyed this lace as well. I've just tied it. I've added, it's a vintage, I think it's like for a tie, you know, a scarf. I might be wrong, but I think that's what it was used for, to go on the front of a scarf to hold it. But I've just used that to kind of embellish the front. And like I said, I've just tied it with some lace. The front cover, I did the same thing with the scraps of material, coffee dyed material with the lace that went around. This part here, this was from an old book that I had. This was the binding piece that was over on the side. And it was just falling apart. I don't know if you can see how you see it's got the material behind it, but the design of it was just falling apart. So what I did, I decoupaged over the top to try to save those last remaining words on it, and then I've just applied it to there, and I just love it. It's just kind of grungy and that sort of thing. So all right, so let's start. I think I've used 4 or 5 different digitals in this one of mine. Sorry about the sun. It's like, boy, it's like really, let me see if I can get that so it's not so sunny on there. I always like to put the library cards in here. I've stamped the front. I've coffee dyed these. These cards and pockets you can get on Amazon. Comes in a big stack. And then I've just stamped some numbers. I need more of a stamp that's similar to a library card, but then I've just stamped the front here. Put some grungy material here that I've just kind of coffee dyed, and then I've sprayed with the Tim Holtz Distressed Inks. It's going to be so chunky it's hard to even open. So this here is a material pocket that I have that I had coffee dyed and stamped. I had this material here, I buy old wedding dresses and I cut them up and I dye them. And I've done it in coffee and tea. You've used avocado dye, is just beautiful. It's a really pretty pink. And then I've added a flower, and I've made a pocket here that I've stuck in. It's a little envelope sewn around the sides of the page. I'm not the best sewer. So I just, you know, the wonkier it is, I guess the more interest it has. So this is one of the digital pages here. Just a little tag, little flower cluster. some old pages. This is a bag that I've attached. Put some more lace in it. Put a little envelope in it. Then here I've done a material pocket. Added some little flower there. Little tag. Then here I've just done some collaging. I actually did the collage page first and then just attached it and glued it on. Then here, this is from the kit. It's a folding pocket, but I placed it sideways, straight across, and made a little side tag here. This is also from one of the kits, a little ephemera. This is also a pocket right here as well. I have tons and tons of greeting cards. My husband's, somebody he works with, I guess her aunt had passed away and she had all these greeting cards, and so I got them for free, so I'm trying to use them, but this is from one of them and I just cut that out. But oh, such great stuff to work with. Just some dyed paper, pocket, doily. This here is from my butterfly kit that I have. You can put these in the inside, you could do it this way, but I like to have them on the side here. Some grungy paper. This here is from a book that I got at a thrift store, and it's all etching. So a gentleman created a book where he went out everywhere and etched, you know, where you took, it's like when you're in school and you took a piece of paper and you laid it over something and etched it with pencil. And he's created a book with all of his etching, and I just thought, oh, how neat. So that's that there. Another little pocket here. Hope you can see here that I've done. This here is some grungy papers that I did. Coffee dyed papers, and then I had stenciled on them, but I've also created a digital for it. So this is the digital of that page with the butterflies. This here I've just stamped. This here again is that digital coffee dyed paper, and then I just stamped over the top of it. They make great backdrops. This here, this is the black and white, what is it? No, sorry, Vintage Nature digital that I have from it. Again, just stamped here. Cut that out, little butterflies. This here I made a belly band. Another pocket. There's a big pocket here. The page. This one here, what I did, I took it all the way over, so I made a pocket on this side as well. This here is actually from one of those journaling magazines that people show their work for their journals and their crafts that I've just cut out here. Then this here I used throughout. I wanted some black in the book, so I've added black craft paper, And then here I did put some material on the top, and then I've made these pockets. This here was from an old book. I think it was from like an old Reader's Digest book that I cut out and put on it. I just kind of like that sepia and blacks and the colors of it. Put a little calendar piece, maybe reflecting what day it was that they were talking. These are some old cards that I have. I've got a big stack of them, and they're all in Spanish, but that's El Paragus. I'm not good at Spanish. Even though my last name is Gonzalez, I don't speak Spanish. But that means umbrella. And then this is another sack that I had put in there with some, these are old vintage receipts. It's from a Tim Holtz card. More copy dyed paper. Tried to leave a lot of room for journaling. Little pockets here. This one here is a big pocket here. I've got the embossed from Tim Holtz, die cuts that I used. Made a pocket here. Doily. So this here is my, what was it called? My black and white bird, I think is my Stepia junk journal. But it doesn't come in this color. I think I have a page here. It comes in this color here, but I wanted a little darker. So I actually printed it. When I printed it on some darker paper to give that effect. I'll have all the digitals listed down below so you can take a look. Here's another pocket. This is a side pocket here with a tag that I've just put some material. This here's from, when you get like a bag of onions, or it's that mesh. I always keep it because I do love it. I think it just gives a fun effect to things. This here's an actual old postcard. Looks like it was from 1911. The old stamp on it. Looks like it's Nebraska, from Nebraska. And a picture of people out in the field there. Got a little flip. Then here I made a belly band out of a pretty girl, a black and white page. Did a little tag, a little collaging, a little postcard. Added some more here. Little cluster. So this here is actually, it was a box. When I went to Italy, I went to I'm going to say it wrong, Secretaire. It's a little area there, and I found some perfume that I absolutely loved, and I just kept the box, and I've always wanted to use it. So what I did is that I cut down the box. I've attached it to the back binding part here, but I've created a fold. So when you open it up, I've put some scrap papers in for writing, for journaling, and then I've done a little side pocket here to put items in. So I thought that was fun. I'm glad I was finally able to kind of use that. And just some little pockets here. Another little envelope with some ephemera. Here's another card, and I've just made a side pocket. And here's from one of the pages. I'm kind of stuck here, I think. Yeah, I love that vintage nature. That's the vintage nature, and then it comes with this paper here. A little pocket. Here's another one of the butterflies. Just slides off. They're super easy, super versatile, different sizes, but they hold in there pretty good. Another little side pocket. Here's another vintage postcard that I had. This lady here. A little envelope. Here's some more of the wedding dress coffee dyed paper, and then I just did a little card, and this one is it's like this. Some more of that coffee dyed printable paper. And this one here, oh my gosh, look at her. Is she just not hysterical? I don't know if she likes baseball or not, but that was another one of those greeting cards. She's great, just makes me smile. Next. And then here's a little fabric pocket here. Just put some material on the side. It's more of that great book paper. Just added to the page here. This here is a little side pocket that I made. This is a tag, you know, from clothes. It says Endless Rose. So I've just kept what they had on it. I thought it was really great. And this was also included in the tag. I always keep all my tags, and then I just added the flowers on here. Put a little bit of lace top. So this has 3 signatures, so that's why it's so big. So this here, this again, is from one of those journal books. I love those journal books because it has, you know, it has everybody's beautiful art that they've done with their collaging and that. So I've cut that out, and those books are great because they give you such good inspiration, but they're fun to use as well. And then I've just made a side pocket here with some Tim Holtz tags. This here is from one of my ephemera, from one of my junk journal kits, in the ephemera part. And then I've just stamped here with some, looks like it's in French. Then I've created a pocket, and again, it's kind of like the other one that I said. I actually created the collage first, and then I glued it down. Just a little pocket here, some tags. Got material, just kind of all my scraps. Another pocket here. This is a little material. This here's a card. Like I said, I have so many cards, I'm trying to use them up. This here's a little plastic envelope. Has some ephemera in there as well. Another bag. Ephemera pieces. This here, I I cut this out from something as well, but I loved the owl. Plus the coloring looks so good, and I've just made a side pocket. Here's another vintage card that I had. It's from, well, it's from 1975. Not too vintage. Maybe to some of you. There's that. So this here is from, I think it's my Sepia Junk Journal kit. And it's an old box card. Oops, can I get it out now? I have it pretty attached there. There we go. So what I did is I printed it out, cut it out so it looks like a box. And then I've attached it to the end here so it can flip out like this. And then I just had it paper clip down. Then here is another pocket. Got some people, I think that's, what is that, Tim Holtz, I believe. And collaged doily. Another pocket. This is from another postcard, vintage postcard. Got a little scrap material here on the side. This here's from that Sepia Junk Journal kit. So this here, it's not a zipper. It was from a front of a dress. It was just the front part, but it kind of looks like it should be a zipper, but it's got some sewn material in between there that I just have put down, and then I've made a bookmark to put down in there. Then this here is a CD, coffee dyed CD case, and I've just added an old card. Another little cluster. Another book. Some more pages to journal on. And then here's another old card. Looks like he's in his shop. Believe in yourself. Again, another material pocket, scrap material, some more of that coffee dyed paper, some little tags. All right, and that's it. So I hope that gives you some ideas of what maybe you can do or decide to do. You just got to go for it. I have a lot of people say, oh, I watch these videos and I don't know where to start. And you just need to just go for it, because that's how you'll learn. So I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you so much for stopping by. Take care and have a great day.